Jam, everyone. Welcome back to another GC Crypto episode. Market continued to dump yesterday yet again, as expected. I've been saying that for a while. So obviously it started to play out. Live on the show, we actually caught the short, which was great yesterday. So no one else is doing that every single day, guys, giving you up-to-date, realistic analysis. So smash the sub, smash the like, smash the follow if you're watching on Twitter, obviously. If you're new here, support us because that's what we've been doing now for 2+ years. So GM to everyone. Hope you're doing well on this fine Tuesday morning / Monday night. Hope everyone enjoyed their Thanksgiving weekend. If you are a American watcher, GM to you, GG Martin, GM to you, Stacey as well. Hope you guys are doing well. Craig's way, guys. He is on his little hiatus to New Zealand for about, I don't even know, a couple of weeks, I think it is. So that'll be good for him and his little fam to have a bit of a break from the market and to enjoy some family time as well. So it'll be just me, guys. I'll try and get some people on the show. Let me know if there's specific people you'd like to have on. Should have about 3 people lined up in the next week or so. Probably try and reach out to some others. So yeah, let me know if there's anyone specific you'd like to see on the show, and I can try and sort it out for us. Gem Angelos, hope you're doing well as well. But guys, we'll dive straight into it. Obviously, just a reminder, a massive shout out to our partners over at OKX. If you want to do some spot trading, want to have a self-managed super fund, if you want to earn some yield on their platform, it is arguably the safest exchange in crypto, and I've been using it now for a long time. Let's swap those over. There we go. And yeah, I've been trading on here, guys. So yeah, highly recommend OKX. You can sign up down below, channel partner, and you get $75 for free once you do $1,000 of volume. If you're doing more than that, let me know, and we can sort out a little deal of maybe trading view for free or something like that. So as you can see, BTC are respecting the 382 currently, which is good to see here. So maybe we do get a little bit of a rally. I'm not sure. Look, the market's in an interesting spot right now. It is a very interesting spot. And then shout out to our second partner, Yeet, guys. Obviously, they have a 40% community airdrop in the future. We're giving away $250 cash every single week to people who are on our Yeeta board. And I'll be keeping an eye on it this week. And we'll be doing some cash giveaways potentially today, potentially later in the week. We'll wait and see. Just a little bit of a note too. Tomorrow's stream will be probably at a different time. I got to travel tomorrow, so potentially might do it in the afternoon / evening Australia time. Again, just to see, just to mix it up, a little bit. Just to mix it up a little bit, because maybe I'll try and hit some new. Maybe like Greg's away, I might run it at a different time just to hit some new viewership and see if that works well as well. So yeah, keep an eye out. Maybe we'll run some streams Australia afternoon / Australia evenings. Keep an eye out on our socials. Morning, Enclaves. Hope you're doing well, legend. Yana, GM as well. Yeah, Craig's on vacation now for a couple of weeks. He might drop in New Zealand. Hopefully we can get some pretty epic. I don't know if you guys have ever been to New Zealand, but it probably is one of the most stunning, beautiful countries in the world. Particularly Queenstown and the Southern Island. Very stunning location. I did that, I'm going to say, nearly 10 years ago now. Wow, time flies. Yeah, stunning location. Highly recommend going there. Yeah, I mean, Australia's a great country, but Australia's massive. New Zealand's stunning country. Very similar culture, very similar people, all those sorts of things. So highly recommend going to New Zealand. But yeah, hopefully we get a live stream from Queenstown. That'd be kind of epic with the background, because the background is epic there. BTC, obviously we dumped yesterday live on the show. We literally caught this short live on the show. I'm still holding that short. I got my stop loss pretty much around break even, if not in a bit of profit. Watching this Monday range trade, which will close in the next 53 minutes. So that's definitely one I'm keeping an eye on. We had a really nice rally. Now there's a few high time frame levels here. Obviously we got the 786 at about 85K from the swing range. That's just the swing range from 74K. I might need to zoom out a little bit further. From here, the swing range from 74K to the current high. We obviously bouncing from the 786, so higher low here, you could argue as well. I actually haven't even looked. Do we have bullish divergence? No, we don't have bullish divergence. So yeah, we're watching the reaction here at the 786, but it also aligns really nicely with the 382 on higher time frames from the all-time low. So there's a lot of confluence around this area, but yeah, I'll be looking for maybe a long or short today. If we do come down here, maybe I'll look for a short. I don't know if we take out these lows again. We might pull back a little bit and rally, but we'll wait and see. But But basically, your low time frame breakout here. I'll be watching the reaction at the Monday mid. Potentially might get a swing high of this, and then maybe a little bit of a short opportunity, and then along into something like this. Like that would be what I would love to do. But maybe we don't quite get that. Maybe we actually get a pump. This is a massive FVG here, so um, maybe we get a big massive pump here. Maybe we get a big massive pump into this FVG here. This is a daily FVG. So basically what that just means, let's put it in the middle. What it means is just it's a imbalance of liquidity. So basically this could get taken out. So we could sweep all the way up into the middle and then close back down and do something like this potentially as well. So yeah, I mean 91 is huge level. Above that, obviously, you have very even more important levels. Probably, you have the golden pocket, which we never even got to in the recent breakout here and reaction reversal. You have a yearly open up here as well. I should just clarify the yearly open just to make sure it's actually at the right level. Yeah, it is. It's spot on the level. It's about there. Great. Yeah, so I mean, there's confluence around that area for quite a lot. Yeah, this is the pivotal area for me. If we can flip this, then I think we challenge 100K, but then 100K becomes a high time frame resistance as well, right? You have the point 0.5 of the whole range of this, swing range. You obviously have a retest of liquidity. Like we held the 100K range for a long time. Let me zoom out a little bit so it's easier. We held 100K for a long time here. And even more recently, we bounced from here across about a 4-day period before then crashing through it. We also rejected from this high. So yeah, we got a lot of work to do. If you want to see a high up in here, we got a lot of work to do. You got to reclaim 91, you got to reclaim 93, yearly open 94, then you got to reclaim 100, then you got to reclaim the 107 because this is now high. That was this high here is very bearish. So you got to reclaim that, and then we might start talking about okay, well 115 would come next. So a lot of work to do. Do I think it happens? It could. I lean in the camp that the cycle is pretty much over, in my opinion. Doesn't mean that we can't get a relief rally. Does the relief rally come from 74? Does the relief rally come from here? I don't know. And how high does the relief rally go? How high do we complacency bounce? Who knows? That'll be all the things that we'll be watching as price comes in. So, yeah, I mean, I've been putting out a few tweets yesterday. We'll look at them today because a lot of people are grilling me. And I'm like, well, guys, like, again, I'm not just doing it. I'm not just doing it to like be bearish. Okay. I'm doing it because it's real. I'm doing it because it's real because at the end of the day, the cycle well, price action shows you all everything that you need to know. Everything that you need to know, price action shows you. So don't ever forget that. So let's bring up some of those tweets that I was talking about yesterday. So yesterday we had officially the death cross or the monthly bearish cross officially come in here. Now, this iteration has only occurred 3 times in Bitcoin's history. This is the 4th time it has a cross, and basically what it means, it is a lagging indicator. What it means is confirmation, usually because it hits 100% of the time in the history, that the previous high before the cross, so this high here at 126, this high here at 69, okay, this high back here at 20K, back in whenever it was, the previous high of price, okay, was the bull cycle top of that bull cycle. Okay, that's as simple as I can put it. As soon as that monthly cross does cross, and obviously the MACD is now heading into red. So yeah, look, if we just, again, I like to use confluence. I don't just use one analysis. I don't just use one indicator. I like to use a range of different things. So that again is a big reason why I've been bearish for a while. And I called this out in October. I said, hey, this is approaching a 100% win record of being the bearish indicator that the cycle is in. Now, obviously, you're not going to just trade off that because it's a lagging indicator. Stochastic also coming down after being at the 80th percentile, which means overbought for about 2 years. Again, we're now $35,000 below the pivot. A lot of pressure there on the monthly and a lot of pressure there on the weekly still. I think we're about we're about 14K from the weekly pivot at 100K. So again, pressure to the downside or at least chop sideways before we can get reset, at least on the weekly. And then potentially we could see a rally, as I said before, 26. But is that a lower high? That's what I've been saying for a while. It'll probably be a lower high, in my opinion. Okay. I'm happy to be wrong. I'm not trying to call a top, not trying to call bottoms. I'm just trading. Okay. Because that's what price doesn't matter to me because I can make money I'm shorting the market currently. I can make money when the price goes down. I can make money when price goes up. Okay. I think there's more opportunities when price goes up because there's more degeneracy on this on chain. But in general, I can make money in all market conditions, and so can GGG, and that's why we win, because we can make money in all market conditions. Jem, Hemi, hope you're doing well. Lock in the Texans. Dotty, GM to you as well, legend. Good to see you here on the channel. Yeah, so this is the first indicator I was looking at, and then stochastic's overbought, and we are very much below the pivot now as well. So that's something to keep in mind. Now, price always shows you. Let's dive into that a little bit deeper. Price always shows you, like it never lies. Okay, a lot of these people like, oh, you're drawing lines on a chart. Yeah, you fucking idiot. Okay, it works. Okay, as many like the literally commented against someone just before about, oh, we're drawing lines on a chart. Yeah, bro, it works. Okay, and if you want to keep fading that, GG's, good on you. I don't care, because you're literally losing out on something so simple to understand that would allow you to actually have such a greater capacity to trade actively, to invest actively, and to probably win more consistently, right? Okay, so if we have a look again, price never lies. The worst part about this chart is that it gave warning signs before we broke down, so that many people wanted to ignore. So if we come and have a look, okay, we had swing failure patterns. Again, I literally just watched a YouTube video I did about 2 months ago, in at the end of September slash start of October, where I said where price was at 120, so maybe it was about here. I literally said this is okay. This is bearish because we have swept this high, and price was here. Okay, I said, well, you have now a weekly closure. I think it was during this weekly closure. Okay, we had the 5-day sweep it, we had the 3-day sweep it, we had the daily sweep it. Okay, all time frames swept this high, and that is as bearish as you can get for a swing failure pattern. Okay, that confluence matched with the stochastic being overextended on the weekly, already coming down at this higher high here, was all I needed to be stabled up and to be short from like my short bias into this move here. So again, you can go back and watch that video. I said there was invalidation that we needed to hold. I said we needed to hold about 108. We then broke 108. My validation's out. That's where I sold literally a lot of things, because I was like, well, the fact we haven't held this range that we've held since July at 107, that's my invalidation. Okay. And don't forget, guys, like you need to have invalidation to the downside. It was the best trades I've had this cycle aren't the profits that I made. They're protecting downside risk. They're it's the money I have saved by getting out of a trade that has then capitulated to the downside. All right. So there's a lot of signs at the top here. I don't think we had bearish divergences. I don't think we did. I haven't looked. We had bearish divergence on the first high, not the second high, not the all-time high. We had a bearish divergence here on the 5-day. We had a bearish divergence here on the 5-day. So that again, if that aligns a lot with 2021. I mean, we actually did. We had bearish divergence here on the daily as well from this from this high to that move there, bearish divergence as well. So there was signs here. Again, I wasn't really looking for bearish divergence. I was watching the swing failure patterns more importantly, and stochastic being overextended. Look at this again on the daily. We were like, not only was the weekly here, it was about the 60%, but the daily was overextended at the highs after swing failure pattern. It was a no-brainer for me to stable up, take profits on chain, and literally just hold things that I'm happy to hold longer term. And sure enough, that played out exactly right. But that's what 9 years of experience in history teaches you guys. I've been looking at charts for 9 years. Okay, this shit definitely plays a part. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, not ignoring Raul Paul, not ignoring like Mando and stuff. Those guys are goats. I definitely agree. Excuse me, I'm still recovering from my sickness. I think listening to people like that are great. They have like no one wins 100% of the time though, but you need to trust your own instinct. Like if I've like, and I've done so well this cycle because I've trusted myself, I've trusted my gut, I've trusted my analysis. I took profits when everyone else said you're an idiot. Who's laughing now? Okay, and all these sorts of things, right? So again, where are we coming in? As I said, yearly open, we haven't even retested that. We've got monthly open, obviously was horrendous yesterday. We got confluence here at the 618 and the 66. Let me turn them off the low range. Confluence here at the 618 and the 66. Around that yearly open, you've got a daily FUG on low time frames that you want to sort of see us move back towards that 91K region. And then you still got bottomed out stochastic, but we're not bottoming out yet. We're still 15K below the pivot, right? And so I don't see it happening just yet. So what this means is basically it needs time to reset, which means we can pump, but I don't think we pump just yet. I think we range. Or we might, if I start to see a reclaim or something like this, that's not bad. But even here, we got resistance here. We got resistance here. We got resistance at 115 on high time frames. You got resistance at 119 here on the weekly. Okay, there's a lot of resistance overhead now. A lot of resistance overhead. So yeah, we'll wait and see what happens. Let me know, chat, if you have any specifics. I'm happy to talk about. GM to you, or good evening to you, Big Ben. GM to you, Pricey. GM to you, Dead Oxide as well. Hope you guys are doing well. Yeah, so at least that's just my analysis of BTC, guys. All right. But yeah, price never lies, okay? Price never lies. All right, next analysis. Okay, so where I think we are in the cycle. I think we're around the start of complacency. We're either gonna put in a lower low back to say 75K ish, or we're gonna have the complacency bounce and then go lower. Okay. I think that's where we are. After I just explained euphoria. Now, euphoria, as I said before, can look in a range of different ways. Euphoria can last. It doesn't have to be a quick full cycle peak like this. Okay. Look at MicroStrategy, which is leverage Bitcoin. All right. Which is leverage Bitcoin. Where is it? Let me find it. Where are you? There. Okay. Leverage Bitcoin. All right. Let's look at this chart. All right. People are like, oh, Bitcoin didn't put in a top. Well, what if MicroStrategy put the top in for you? When did MicroStrategy top? End of 2024. When did it put in this second? That is a peak. Okay. That is a what do we call it? A blow off top. Okay. That one there. Okay. When did that happen? It happened in July this year. Okay. So when MicroStrategy front run the move to the downside. Oh my God, it's gone even lower. I could bring this down even lower since yesterday. Again, a lot of confluence with what happened in 2021. Hey, MicroStrategy went crazy, had a peak. We rallied. BTC put in a new all-time high, but MicroStrategy didn't put in a new all-time high in November, and then we capitulated the downside 85%. Guys, what if, because MicroStrategy owns so much Bitcoin, that was the leverage, that was the signs you should have been looking out for? What about that? Okay, what about this? Okay, what about, rather than Bitcoin, why not this? Okay, so again, you need to open up your analysis. You need to objectively, I think so many people like, dude, some of the comments on my tweets are like, I haven't felt the euphoria. Where was euphoria, Green? Like, you're talking shit, Green. There's no euphoria. Dude, meme coins were at 125 billion. Trump, the bloody president, launched a meme coin. Okay. On-chain volume was at peak at the end of last year, sorry, in 2024, start of 2025. We had the Argentina scam. We had the African country scam. We had Trump scam. We had Melania scam. We had celebrity scams. All of this was retail plowing their money in and getting wrecked. Okay. We had airdrops go crazy. We had NFTs go crazy for multiple parts of the season. We had meme coins go crazy throughout 23, 24, 25 even. Okay. It does, like, altcoins are never coming back. I've said that for years. Look at this chart. This is the worst, like one of the worst charts out there. Okay. This will never see all-time highs again. Okay. Unless it really starts to put in a bottom. There's no bottom indicator here at all. Okay. You want to see a bottom. Okay. A bottom is formed like this. Okay. Then you do. Okay? That is when prices actually found a bottom where buyers and sellers are happy with where price is best reflected. Okay. This is lower lows. Yeah. Ugh. Not a good looking chart. Okay, here's another one. Oh, ADA hasn't gone to all-time highs, so we haven't seen a bull cycle. We haven't had a bull cycle yet, Greeny. Dude, who the hell is trading this shit? This isn't even a good coin to own. Okay? Learn and adapt. Markets evolve, guys. Okay? Crypto evolves. Things that worked in 21, things that worked in 2024 aren't going to work in 2025. Things that worked in 2017 aren't going to work in 2025. What works in 2025 won't work in 2026, won't work in 2030. Need to adapt, okay? That's what I learned. I got burned in my first 2 cycles. I got burned in my first 7 years because I didn't adapt. Didn't take profits, didn't have invalidations, didn't trade trends, didn't think, oh shit, this trend could end. Okay, that's what I did this cycle, and I've nailed it, right? This has been my best cycle ever. So many people I've spoken to are like, oh, it's been a shit cycle. I say, what the hell have you been doing? It's been such a great cycle. You just didn't trade the right things, or you bag held, or you didn't move over to Solana early enough, or you didn't chase airdrops. You didn't chase trends, whatever it is. Okay. Have I won every single trade this cycle? No, I lose money. Everybody loses money. No one wins 100% of the time. I'm transparent about that. Okay. I'm holding my pudgy penguin. It's down, right? That was up though. Okay. These are the sort of things, guys, that you need to understand. This is going to zero. This is going to zero. Even shit that was launched this cycle that did so well is absolutely horrible. Okay. But we had euphoria. Look at this. January 2025. Sui was at all-time highs. This was euphoria, okay? And it took time to play out that the Bitcoin top went in. But again, time evolves, all these sorts of things. XRP went crazy, okay? Look at this. XRP went crazy earlier this year, all right? What about BTC? BTC had a high. BTC had a high here, okay? Right here in December 2024, January 2025. That was a high, okay? That was your euphoria. Ethereum, end of last year, got to 4,000. Sure, we went higher on majors. Sure, that was great. But this was euphoria here, and there was euphoria even more recently again. Okay, so there's a lot of signs out there. Okay, price again, things like you need to understand, and I think a lot of meme coins, and I mean, I've misinterpreted what Skyline was saying here. Show me an altcoin chart that looks like this market cycle graph. I thought he meant like one that has already played out like this. So I went and showed him like with literally, look at that. That's basically a bull cycle right there. And oh, dude, why did it just get out? That's like a bull cycle right there. Okay, what about it's the same as like any meme coin. All of them are down in despair, right? Down in despair. Okay. Oh, dude, why did it do that? So, but then I misinterpreted what he meant, and he meant, did he delete his comment? He deleted his comment. Oh no, here. Which one of them looks like it's complacency? None, dude. This is what I mean. People, this guy, I'm not throwing shade. This guy has 140,000 followers, and he still doesn't even know. All right, and he's articulating bullish hope. This is what I hate about crypto Twitter. There's so much bullshit out there. So much bullshit out there. All right, here. Here's a great example. Ethereum is the same. Solana probably looks worse. It's probably lower than complacency. But this is complacency. Okay, look at the similarities here. Okay, look at the similarities here. Look, you had a peak. You had the low. Okay, maybe we go one more low. But look, your complacency, I'll zoom in on the chart again, guys, in a sec. Complacency comes in after a low is put. All right, look at this. Okay, Bitcoin could arguably be here where we might get the complacency bounce, or we go lower and then we get complacency bounce. Okay, Ethereum. Same again. Let's zoom out on it. All right. You've had a massive move up. Okay. Complacency bounce would make a lot of sense. All right. Up into wherever it is. Does it go all the way? Who knows? Does it go to here? Who knows? Does it go to here? Who knows? You had a big move. Okay. Big move. Bang. And then it continues down. That is the cycle. That's a cycle. Okay. All these people comparing it to 2021 saying, Greeny, it only just hit its highs. Well, yeah, that's bearish, right? That's a bearish swing failure pattern. Again, I mentioned this way up here when price is up at $4,700. You got to read between the lines, guys. Yeah, dot is another. Let's look at the dot chart. Let's look at the dot chart. Look at this. Look at this shit. That's probably not the best one. Look at this. Oh, yeah, no, Greeny, we haven't had a bull cycle yet because DOT hasn't seen new all-time high. Guys, you need to adapt. You need to evolve because that's how markets, that's how price, that's how crypto evolves, okay? What's going on, Suncoast Goats? Percy's not here, legend. Percy's in the chat. Dude, my nose is just wild right now. I have no idea, but I'm having like, I don't know, maybe it's hay fever. I'm having mad hay fever at the moment. Every morning I wake up. But yeah, anyways, here's another example. What was another token that was huge last cycle? I'm trying to think. Superverse. Another thing, huge last cycle. Went nowhere. Hey, went nowhere this cycle. Yeah, you know what? This actually did really well compared to DOT, compared to Cardona, compared to a lot of things. But it went to zero. It's now back at zero again. Lower lows. It's not even holding its current cycle lows. It's lower lows. Look at Link. Link went absolutely nowhere this cycle as well. Nowhere this cycle, right? This arguably is the best tech in crypto. Does it warrant you holding the token? No. And we could talk about that for hours. Zcash, absolutely capitulating. As soon as it loses its trend, here's a good lesson for you guys. As soon as it loses its trend, you get that bearish retest right here. Okay, you have a bull trend where it bounces. You lose it. If you can't reclaim it, bang, bang, she's over. She is over. There's a lesson in a very simple trading strategy, just that one in itself. Oh, yeah, I wouldn't be touching this. No way in hell am I touching this. What else? Uni had more bullish news. We had a nice little breakout, didn't get the breakout even more recently, and we capitulated to the downside. This is an example of something that has gone nowhere as well this cycle. Again, is this a bottom? Just a high time frame bottom before 2028 we break out? But if we lose this, if uni loses like 5.1, that's not good. Now look, we go back to 3.36. But again, is this the sort of rounding bottom that we have? And then eventually we start to see breakout high. Who knows? Buybacks aren't, I mean, uni are very late to the game, but Hyperliquid have buybacks, Pump Fund has buybacks, and has that sustained price action? Not necessarily. I read a tweet this morning that said that Pump Fund has $200 million worth of buybacks. Well, why aren't we breaking out higher? That shows there's just no interest, right? There's no interest at all in crypto right now. No interest at all. Guys, you've been around a while. If you're throwing out some of these terms, but yeah, Crow. Let's look at Crow. Is it not on Binance? Oh, because it's a competitor. Yeah, look at Crow. I mean, Crow did all right in September this year because it had a bit of a rally then. But even but still, it's down, right? It's down. Like, we're not gonna one commenter was like, Greeny, if you look at the things that have done well compared to the things that haven't done well, it's like completely displaced. As in, like, there's 99% of things haven't won. Like, there hasn't been a win. Well, yeah, because it's shit. Because people can see through the bullshit marketing, through the hype, through the speculation, and actually want to only allocate their money to trading or investing into things that they actually understand, or that they actually understand the utility or the tech or whatever it is, right? Okay. Think, if you're not evolving, you're behind. Okay. You want to be evolving, adapting before the trends even take place, right? Again, if this isn't you, check out GTG, watch our show every day, because we front run so much this cycle. ICP, let's look at it. Any other, I was going to say dog shit, but any other dog shit tokens from 2021? Bro, look at this for a chart. Oh my God, bro. Oh, hold on. I got one for you. I just remembered. Look at this. This, again, an example. Oh, Greeny, we haven't had a bull cycle yet. What about Illuvium? ILV, was it, from last cycle? Look at this. Shit. Why do I have yellow lines on this? That just shows you how. Oh, look at that trade. It would have worked out all right. Look at that. I must have traded this back in the day. Look at that for a trade. No, I didn't. I got stopped out. Anyways. Again, I was trying to find a downward trend. It must have been, no, I'd lost its lows there, so I don't know why I was looking at that. But yeah, here's an example. Again, I lose money, but it's about putting probability in your ball court. If you don't put probability in your ball court, then you're gambling. This is Illuvium. Illuvium. Same family as Infinex, actually. Same family as Infinex and Synthetics. Yeah, look, I mean, Dogecoin gone nowhere this cycle, right? Or not even. How, again, look, when did this pump? 2024 December. I'm telling you, euphoria was there. You just were in the wrong shit. Euphoria was there. End of 2024, start of 2025. Euphoria was there. Peak meme coin super cycle. Meme coins replaced altcoins this cycle. I don't know how many times I have to say that. I've literally said that for so long. ZBCN. I don't even know what that is. They were the Aussies running Illuvium. Tragic, still building that. Yeah. No, it's the same. It's this. Yeah, it's Kane's family, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if they're brothers or if they're cousins or something, but yeah, it's all the same. They're all the same family. They're all the same family. All right, let's move on to my next analysis. Now, again, I'm going to take, this one's a grain of salt. This one's for Twitter engagement most of the time. But basically, last time we saw October and November close bearish, close negative. Then December consequently followed in 2018. Now, we did see a little bit of green relief in the consequent year in 2019, but 2019 wasn't a bull cycle year. It was 2021 that is the bull cycle year, which is interesting. I mean, look at BTC. Look at the monthly returns of BTC in 2021. They weren't even that good for a bull cycle year. That just shows you guys. That just shows you that it's so spread. So yeah, anyways, look, yeah, as I comment here, like, do you really hold on this stuff? I said no. Yeah, stats are stats. Always interesting to objectively look at them. We've had a lot of similarities to 2017 in terms of time, in terms of 2021 as well. In terms of time, I meant to say 21, not 2022. So yeah, look, these are just stats. I'm not the biggest fan of, obviously, using these for my own trading and analysis. It's just interesting how patterns emerge, right? And I'm just looking at patterns and analysis. Now, this one's really interesting, okay? Number of active addresses on the Solana network, okay? When did we peak, guys? December, November 2024. When did we run up a second peak? January 2025. There is your euphoria yet again over on the side here. Maybe you guys can't see it. Let me go over a little bit. How do I move my thing to the side? Oh, it's over here. Let's run a different setup. Is that better? Nah, it's worse. Hold on. Is that better? Not really. That might be better. That might be the best one. All right. So if we have a look at when did we peak? When do we see ultimate retail participation? Every on-chain trader trading on Solana. When was it? November 24 or January 2025 when Trump launched his meme coin? I don't know. Like there's so much analysis that I'd bring to the party. Objectively, that is why I've been bearish for a while. And people still think that they're going to be right compared to me. Do we see a new all-time high in 26? Yes, we could. Okay, we could see a new all-time high in 26 if liquidity is good, if quantitative easing really affects us. But the way of life here in Western, in developed countries, it's so expensive. People don't have money to throw around like 2021 in 2020 post-COVID, right? And we've peaked. Like we've peaked so many metrics, right? Look at this. This is all as well. Like, when did we peak in terms of transactions on the Solana network? It was February this year. We peaked. There you go. 299 million vote transactions on Solana. So again, look at these stats. Again, this one, number of active address monthly. When did we peak? January 2025. I don't know how much I need to show you. Okay, total fees. When did they start making total fees? January 2025. Like how much else? Like you can't ignore this stuff, guys. This is on-chain statistics. On-chain statistics. All right. Now let's look at ETFs. Look at how you shouldn't really pay attention to this. When did all of retail? This is retail, remember? Maybe some institutions go through ETFs. Maybe they don't. Maybe they go OTC. Who knows? But let's look at this. All right. When did retail participants absolutely ape into ETFs? It was when it was pumping. Look at this. BTC hit 117 for the first time. The biggest inflow since price was 76K was then. When next was the biggest inflow? Right at the peak at $125,000. They don't know what they're doing. And then when was the biggest outflow? Right when BTC hit $83,000, when it broke 90 for the first time again recently. Again, ETF inflow, outflow, probably not really reliable data, right? But it's something to take into consideration, right? If you see peak inflow when price is at a new all-time high, probably not a bad time to take some profit. If you see peak outflow when we're starting to put in, maybe the local bottoms are in, who knows? When we're starting to put in some bottoms, maybe not a bad time to buy, okay? Let's look at the next analysis. Extreme fear. Now, historically, and I've said this for a while now, historically, after the bull cycle top, we do see right here, okay, Jan 2022, we do see extreme fear straight after the bull cycle top. Same thing happened in 2018 after the bull cycle top of 2017. Does the same thing happen right now in November 2025 after we put a bull cycle top in October 2025? Who knows? Okay. These are all just analysis that I objectively look at every day to see, well, should I be taking profit now? Should I be protecting my portfolio? Should I be de-risking? Should I take a loss because I think price could go way lower? These are all things that I look at. Let's look at perp volume. We have that many perp exchanges, DEXs launching airdrops and incentives that we have been absolutely screaming volume for the past 2 months. If look at history, like it is wild. Like and people again, like us, this is another form of euphoria. You just don't know this. Okay, you don't understand where the volume is and has been. Right, it's over on perp dexes. It's not meme coins anymore. Okay, like look at this. Okay, meme coins were thriving throughout 2024. Look at perp volume. No one was trading perps. As soon as meme coins start to die down, where does everyone go? They go to prediction markets. Let's look at prediction market volume. They go to prediction markets or they go to perps, right? Because they're just gambling. They don't know what they're bloody doing. But yeah, 21% down already. So again, is this a sign that this was a local top in perp volume and incentives are drying up and people are starting to move their money off chain because the market's shit and everything just keeps going down and altcoins aren't going anywhere? Maybe. There's a lot here that have still incentives. I know Lighter's been killing it. So it looks like they'll be um, keep doing well. Asta back at number one. That's crazy. EdgeX, Hyperliquid, Pacifica, Paradex. Okay. These all have incentives. There's even more on that might not even be listed on here. Phantom introduced their new one as well. Avanis, this was hot a month ago, but it's obviously died off because they did their airdrop already, right? It's simply understanding trends, guys. It's understanding trends. All right. And if you don't know, if you don't have the time, if you don't know what you're doing, join us in GTG where we will help you, where you can ping me at any time and I'll help you. Where's everyone gone? Okay. Peak euphoria right now is on prediction markets. Look at the volume. What are we at? 1 point something billion? $3.5 billion of volume. Is this a week? Yeah, per week. Dude. Again, another form of euphoria. People are trading over there right now. Okay. They moved away from meme coins and they're gambling on perp dexes or they're gambling on prediction markets. It's so simple, guys. Okay. This is a reason I've been so bearish for a while, but just realistic because you look at on-chain stats, you take it all in objectively. And again, the best indicator is price. Price is the best indicator. Price is the best indicator. Okay. So am I bullish? Yeah, long-term crypto. Absolutely. I've been buying a heap of Bitcoin around this area, and I probably will buy more if we go lower. No, I will definitely buy more if we go lower. And if we seem to hold a range here for a while, I'll probably accumulate some Bitcoin around this level as well. I think it's a great area. I mean, I would much rather buy Bitcoin here, 31% from the high, rather than buying at all-time highs. Like I saw some of your favorite influencers saying, and then they come out after the fact, oh no, we were de-risking our portfolio. We nailed this move. Shut no, you didn't. No, you didn't. They probably go delete those videos and those tweets and everything as well. That's the worst part. Conniving. At least I keep all my stuff out there transparently. But basically, what I'm looking is, okay, are we here? Are we here where we get a little mini bounce and we have one more move lower before we get that complacency bounce? Or are we already here? We just have this high low, as you can see here. Starting to put in the high low, and we have this complacency bounce. How high do we go? Who knows? But then bear flag, okay, continue the downside is what I'm thinking. Again, this could take a year to play out. We don't know. Okay. We could be doing something like this for a long period of time. You could do something like this for a long and then bang. Okay. January 27. Who even knows? Like that's the thing. We could be more aggressive and then lower high. Okay. I don't know. We'll wait and see. I'm buying Bitcoin here because I'm happy to hodl that. The only two other assets I currently hold is a pudgy penguin and a moonbird. So yeah. I know. Do you guys appreciate this realistic, can't even get my words right. Appreciate this realistic analysis? Paul says, yo, is crypto going down the hell? No. It'll be arguably one of the best performing, well, maybe not crypto, but blockchain tech and Bitcoin in the 2030s will do very well. Probably late 2020s as well could do well. Pricey says, is it the first cycle that alts peaked a year before BTC? Greeny is right. If we didn't adapt, we got wrecked. Well, maybe, but I mean, maybe, yeah, you could say that. I mean, again, this cycle's been very different, right? With institutional wealth adopting Bitcoin and Ethereum specifically. But I mean, Tom Lee's an idiot. He was literally buying ETH at the peak. Like his average cost basis is like, I don't even know, $3.5 grand or $4 grand. So I don't even know how you do that, dude. Come on, man. I should be running his fund. Like that's crazy, man. I bought the low at 1,800 about here, and then I bought the low at 2.2 again, wherever it was here. Then I sold a lot up here in this region. Now I still hold my pledge penguin, but I'd be net profit on my Ethereum trade after getting out of Solana before that. Yeah, look, I don't know. Like again, things change, right? I mean, we saw privacy rally, and that looks like, I mean, this could be a short opportunity actually. Now that Zcash is dumped. What are we overextended here? Let's have a look. We're already coming down. That's a pretty bearish wick there. Yeah, I mean, Monero. Yeah, interesting. This could be a short potentially. What about the weekly? Yeah, we're turning over on the weekly as well. 455. I mean, if the cycle's over, stuff like this could be a very nice short. It just doesn't sweep one more high, or do we come back down to the low and take out these lows? Yeah, I don't know. I keep an eye on something like this, so but that's not a very good RNR 1.9. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the cycles evolve. We've had a lot of airdrops as well. You got to remember, Meteora launched. Okay, you have Pengu launch at the again. Pengu launched at the highs last year as well. Like, how much more do I need to say? Okay, Pengu launched in December last year. Okay, went crazy, then dumped and pumped again. Euphoria in July, like Rect went pretty crazy in mid-year as well, August. Okay, so there's been a lot of signs of euphoria throughout the cycle. You just haven't been in the right tokens. SBX was peaking. When was that? July this year as well, right? So I think a lot of people just got it wrong. It's okay to the first thing is acceptance. Okay, let's talk about this. If you want to win in crypto, accept that you got it wrong and now learn to be better. When did Bonk peak? November 24. When did we see a second rally? July 25. Again, a lot of confluence here. Okay, with other things. Monad's pumping. My short got stopped at break even after taking some profit. Yeah, damn. Um, what else? Filecoin. When does it peak? When did it peak? July. We had a rally in July. When did it peak before? It peaked in January 25. Guys, this is what I mean. There's so much confluence around euphoria here. Euphoria mid-year after the tariff dip as well. Okay. A lot of confluence there. I will have to consider selling the goat farm. Is this downside trend continues? Well, don't sell goats. Goats probably are holding up better than Bitcoin and crypto at the moment. What does it mean for alts next cycle? Most people did not do well with them. Well, a lot of them are going to zero. They have no value. Meme coins did two things, right? I wrote about this recently. Let me find it. I quote tweeted, where is it? Let me try and find the tweet. I quote tweeted Ash Robin. Yeah, here it is. So I think meme coins did two things this cycle. So meme coins have ruined people's ability to understand the value of buying and holding utility-based assets. All right, that's the first point. But I also think that meme coins really helped us understand that most tokens out there have no actual intrinsic value for holding. Right? I think that's such a accurate and fair take. I might even repost that. I think that's such a fair, accurate. Basically, meme coins taught us like, I mean, my trading has shifted as well. I'm incredibly ruthless now, incredibly ruthless because of them. But they taught you to trade trends and to move on quickly. But then they also showed us that, well, hold on, if meme coins can run to multiple billions of dollars without any actual utility or tech, then why am I holding something else that has utility and tech and its token's not doing as well? That's the first point. And then secondly, yeah, you slap a white paper on it, you promise some certain things, but your token doesn't actually do well, or you've got vesting periods and whatnot. Meme coins really taught us that a lot of shit out there doesn't have any intrinsic value. Like, I mean, again, I think Chainlink is one of the best technologies that blockchain has in our industry. But why would you hold the token? The token hasn't done well at all, right? Okay, you could have held Bitcoin, and the Bitcoin went up 7x. Solana went up, like, I don't even know. Radium from the lows when I shielded on the timeline when I had no followers back in mid 23 did a 45x from when I shielded, guys. Okay. You just were in the wrong things. You're in the wrong things. Do you see NFT tied tokens maintaining some relevance in the next cycle? Not really, no. I mean, let's look at some that I haven't looked at for a while. So this is anime. Was I right to sell this out the gate? I actually no. I sold my NFT before the airdrop. Yeah, I mean it's going to zero. Like, okay, it's going to zero, or it's going to eventually. Eventually, sellers will be exhausted, and it'll give us a bottom. Okay, where's that bottom? Who knows? Something like this. So why would I buy anime? Why wouldn't I just buy an Azuki? Right, that's the first question. Pengu is a little different, right? Really depends on their ETF. Again, I hold a Pudgy Penguin over Pudgy Penguin. Actually, I should look this up. What is down worse from the highs? So this is down 80%. How much is my Pudgy Penguin down from 60 something K? It's a 15K. So if I do some quick math, say it was 60,000 US. Um, no, well, what's the math? It's say let's say it's 15,000 just for round numbers. So that gives us that's 45,000 divided by 60,000. Was I better to hold Pengu or Pudgy Penguin down from the highs? They're very much the same. About 75%. Yeah, so holding the Pudgy from the highs is actually again not that it's all unrealized, right? My cost basis is was was very good on Pengu. It was down here. And then my cost basis on the Pudgy Penguin was 21 US. So I'm only down about 6,000. We'll be generous. 6,000 divided by 21,000. So right now I'm a Pudgy Penguin. I'm down 28%. It's not too bad. That's why I'm happy to hold it. Do I see tokens like that doing well in the future? Maybe. I think the difference with say Pengu is it's branded. Again, if their ETF comes in and buys a lot of that ETF and they have the ETF inflow of volume and stuff, it probably has a higher chance of being more relevant. Rect again, those guys are smashing it out of the park. Again, we had a fake out though. I didn't like that, so I'm out of my position again. No volume came in, and we had a bit of a fake out here, which is sad to see. You got a retest, so big retest coming in currently on Rect, but these are the ones I would say are stronger. Anime, what I don't even know what the Doodle token is. What is it called? Dudes. Yeah, look at this. Like, how do you even find this token? Dudes, Doodles Rap Soul. Is this it? I know. What's the Doodles token? And what other tokens are out there? I mean, look at Ape. Here's a great example, right? Look at this shit. Making new all-time lows currently. Look at this shit, okay? This is a great example of what to expect from most probably meme-orientated NFT-orientated tokens in the future, okay? Massive peak, down only ever since, all right? This thing is down. I mean, 27. No, yeah, you could have actually sold at 27. I remember seeing it 27. So we will use that price action. But let's use this high where you had at least 6, 7, 8 days here. So we'll go from here. Let's see how much this is down. All right. From the Pico top of 2021 to currently price action, it is down 98%. Because why would you hold it? Why wouldn't you buy an ape instead? Right? 98% to the downside. I know these are sorts of things. So yeah, right now, my portfolio made up of Bitcoin, a Pudgy Penguin, and a Moonbird. If Spencer comes out, okay, if we have bullish catalyst and Bitcoin can find a range, then I think, and Spencer comes out and says, yeah, TG's in Q1 or Q2, whatever it is, surely Moonbirds go to 10K. They were at 15K not that long ago. It's just Ethereum. The issue I don't like about holding these NFTs is that Ethereum is showing tremendous weakness. That's the issue I have. I would gladly hold a Moonbird at $5,000 if it was in USDC, but it's on Ethereum, and Ethereum is showing a lot of weakness. That's what I don't like. But anyways, I bought one. So I bought 3 Mythics. I decided to sell them for a very small loss. I think it was like a 5% loss, if that. And I decided to buy a Moonbird at 5 grand last night. I was like, yeah, this seems worthwhile for me. I'm happy to hodl it. If these start to go back to $2,000, $3,000, probably buy another one then. It's just play the long-term game. Like that TG will be very good, I think, for Burbs. I think obviously if you want it's the same as most NFTs. You want to probably have the premium option if you can afford it. And I mean, it's becoming very affordable again. But again, it's time to take profits, guys. Like, I know Eli's been on the show a few times as well, and he didn't take profits, man. Like, if you bought here, and he did, he bought here at like $1,500, and you are up like, I mean, it went to 15 grand. So let's say 10 grand, but you're up 6x from $1,500. Take some off the table. Take some off the table. That is a goated trade. You don't get those trades often. And to simplify it even more, you could have one trade a year like this, where you hear the news, the Spencer acquisition, you're like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Buy 5 of them here. Say you buy 5 for 10 grand. Is my math right there? 5 times 7 is 3.5, just shy of 10 grand. So about 9 grand. Say you bought 5 Moonbirds here for $1,700. You sold them. You had ample time here to sell it at 9 grand. Let's say you sold it at 9 grand. Okay. They went to 15 grand. But let's say you sold at 9 grand. Okay. You sold 5 and 9 grand. That's $45,000. You just turned $9,000 into $45,000. And that was one trade over the space of 3 months. Okay. That is why I love crypto, because you get shit like this where it's so simple. It's like the little pudgy trade, for example. And people can afford this because it's only $1,000. Okay. You just got to capture the trend. Okay. Ignore big pudgies, because I mean, my big pudgy when I initially got in last year was 21 grand. That's a lot of money for a lot of people. I understand that. But let's look at little pudgies. Okay. You could have bought, oh, it doesn't have it. But you could have bought little pudgies throughout the bear cycle of 23 into 2024 for around, let's say, $2,000, $1,000. I remember they were at point 0.3 ETH for a long, long time. And I mean, that was when ETH was probably, I don't even know. What was ETH? Let's have a look at ETH really quickly in 23. So ETH in 23, yeah, was, well, let's go late 23. So ETH in 23 was about 2.2. So let's put it 2.5 to make it simple. Times by 0.3 is about $1,000. Yeah. So you could have got a little pudgy for $1,000 to $2,500 for a long time, and just simply swing traded the launch of Pengu, right? And sold. I did do this trade. I sold little pudgies into this trade. I didn't sell the top. I think I sold it along the way. But basically, yeah, look at that. That was a $2,000 trade into a, let's say you sold here, not even this peak, but let's say you sold here during here into $7,000. Okay. That's a $5,000 win. Okay. On one pudge break. Say you bought three for 5 grand. Okay. Whatever it is. You literally could have made 15, 20 grand from one trade in the space of 2 months there. Okay. Same again more recently. Okay. You could have bought the lows. This is what I mean. There's opportunities like this. You just need to be so plugged in and capture these trends and often simplify it. Too many people overtrade when and ignore just such a simple trade at the end of the day, right? So that's where I'm coming with the Moonbird. I'm happy to buy here to hodl and play the long term game, because I do think that I'd much rather buy Moonbirds here at 4 grand than buying up here. And I did buy up here, but I cut my loss straight away. I was like, oh my god, I bought at 15 grand. I think I cut the loss at 12 or 10 or 11 or something. So I took a $3,000 or $4,000 loss. But I also bought a couple down here, so I swing traded. So around break even for the swing trades of this move here. But sell into the hype or sell at the TG news. So again, it's down what? It's down it's $9,000. It's down at 4,000. So it's already down 50, 60%. Again, I'm happy to buy here, knowing that they have a TG in the future. Maybe holding into the TG is the play, like my big pudgy. These are the sort of things and the decisions I'll be able to make when the news comes out, or say 26 is a good year. I would love for it to be a good year. It's good for business. It's good for trading. That's good for me. It's good for you. It's good for NFTs. It's good for TGs. It's good for everything. We have MetaMask. We have OpenSea. You have a lot coming in 26. Okay. Abstract potentially. There's a lot coming. Does global macro support that? That's the real question. That is the real question. So yeah, anyways, I don't mind this. Sure, could these go down to $1,000 again? Absolutely, they could. Do I buy one there? Absolutely, I'll buy one there. Okay. So yeah, again, not financial advice, guys, but I'm just talking through the trade. So this has been an absolutely transparent 54-minute stream of me just absolutely pounding the analytics. So smash a sub, smash a follow if you're watching for the first time. Appreciate you guys tuning in. All right, a couple more comments, and I'm going to call it early today. A reminder, tomorrow's stream won't be at 9 a.m. Or 6 p.m. Eastern Standard. It'll probably be later in the day. So America actually might miss tomorrow's stream. It might be in the evening tomorrow night. I'll wait and see. So yeah, I'm traveling tomorrow. Cool. So yeah, Lion tried to yeah, I don't even know what that is. Enclaves. I don't even know. As in, do you mean lazy lions? I don't even know what that is. That just shows you how poor it is. Ignore that YouTube comment. Oh my god, so many scammers these days. Token Works launch tomorrow. Well, exactly. Like, there's a lot of hopefully some of this liquidity. Hopefully some of this liquidity comes out and does well. Like, that's what you want to see is a good amount of liquidity from these airdrops. It's just, life's so expensive. So I just don't think people have liquidity to spread into crypto, let alone risk on assets. I don't know. Let me know your comments, and we'll wrap the stream in a minute. Angelos, should I do a wheel today? Maybe do a $50 wheel today. Maybe do a $50 wheel today. Yeah, go on. We'll do it. You know what? We'll do a wheel today for $50. Comment your usernames, guys, in the chat. $50. $50 which is a fifth of what we give away this week. So we will be giving away another $200 in the coming days as well. All right, comment your yeet usernames if you're watching. Comment your yeet usernames if you're watching. It goes away to live viewers only. Live viewers only. Let me just verify. Hot Devil. Let me just check if you're on our list. It's just loading. All right, here we go. Hot Devil, you're not on my list. Hot Devil, you got no volume on the list. Sign up, bruv. Do some volume. Sign up, do some volume. Stacy. GG, Stacy, Angelos, Yana. Yeah, well, Fees, you got to sign up, legend. You got to sign up. Are you not signed up? You're not on my list. You're not on my list, man. And that's for volume all the way down to $89. You're not on my list, bruv. Sign up, do some volume, then you qualify. Goats, you should be on the list. Hemi. All righties, guys. Ponky's here. Love to see it. Love to see it. All right, another 2 minutes, and then we'll call it. Good stream today. Good stream today, guys. I hope you appreciate that analysis. GG, I can follow that up. I'm sure. Did Craig not? Oh, let me see. I'll send him a message now. All right, Undo's here. Last entry, Undo. Love to see it. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Let's see who wins today. This is a $50 earnings. We'll be doing giveaways probably every day. Maybe we'll do $50 every day. Pongy with the W. Love to see it. Love to see it. I'll probably do them all on Friday. So I'll do it all on Friday. I'm not going to do it today. So you won't get paid out till over the weekend or next week. Gigi Martin, I just followed up with the team now for you. And they might have replied already. Hold on, let me check. Hey, what's this? The guys who would know probably last week. This person. All right, I'm chatting to KBM. All good, mate. Last week, this person won 125 in our giveaway and said he hasn't been paid out. Yeah, totally fair. With the rec invitational, yeah, totally valid. Totally valid. Okay, cool. GG, following up with KBM. Pongy with the Pongy with the 50. Congrats, legend. I'll sort it out on Friday. I'll send it through to Craig and I will. And I'll sort that Friday. Cool. All right, chat. Thanks so much for hanging with me. Appreciate you all. See you guys again tomorrow. It'll be random stream time. So keep an eye on the Twitter page and I'll promote it probably in the afternoon and evening Australia time. So thanks for hanging out with me. Have a lovely Tuesday/Monday and I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Peace.